Welcome to Mindblow, the ultimate destination for jaw-dropping content that will surprise, inspire, and entertain you every step of the way. If you love discovering the unexpected, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and share with your friends to keep the excitement going. Your support helps us keep blowing minds and creating content you'll never forget. So buckle up and get ready, because this is just the beginning. When retired U.S. Admiral Philip Davidson warned, "What the Philippines just did will change everything. It's too late now," the world took notice. This wasn't about new weapons or military maneuvers, it was a shift in strategy that caught superpowers off guard. The Philippines, once a secondary player, has rewritten the rules of Asian geopolitics. Power now lies not just in military might, but in legal standing and the will of the people. Manila's quiet revolution has shown that a middle power can stand up to a giant, without firing a shot. Choosing the courtroom over the battlefield, the Philippines embraced international law. The South China Sea, vital for global trade, is now the stage for this new drama. Armed with a legal verdict and a determined population, the Philippines has stood firm. Davidson's warning signals that the old power calculations are obsolete. China can't rely on size alone, and the U.S. can't expect automatic loyalty from allies. The Philippines has introduced a new variable, the power of a principled, modern, and digitally savvy nation. This is the story of a country finding its voice and altering the region's strategic landscape. The world is scrambling to understand the implications of this shift. It's more than foreign policy. It's a deeper change within the Philippines. A young, globally connected population is shaping a new destiny. The Philippines is no longer a pawn, but a nation with its own future to define. The game has changed, and there's no turning back. The Philippines' strategy is a masterclass in modern diplomacy. Instead of escalating military tensions, Manila chose the path of international justice. Many doubted legal challenges against China would matter, but the Philippines saw the power of legitimacy. A legal victory, even unenforced, could rally global support and change the narrative. This approach reflects Filipino values: negotiation, community, and creative problem solving. Pursuing arbitration under UNCLOS was a declaration the Philippines would play by the rules even if China would not. The dispute became a test of principles, not just power. The world was forced to ask, are we governed by laws or by force? The legal offensive isolated China, framing its actions as violations of international norms. Other Southeast Asian nations now have a blueprint for resisting coercion without conflict. The Philippines internationalized the dispute, making it a global concern. This was not weakness, but strategic genius. A smaller nation, armed with law and a clear message, shaped global opinion. By leveraging law and public diplomacy, the Philippines achieved what military might could not. Secured its rights in the minds of the world. The lesson in Asia, right to make might. To understand the Philippines, look beyond geopolitics. See a vibrant archipelago of over 7,600 islands and one of the world's youngest populations. With a median age of 25, the nation pulses with energy and impatience for change. This generation grew up online, speaks English, and is globally connected. The country's geography has shaped its outward-looking, resilient character. Millions of Filipinos work overseas, sending back not just money but ideas and global perspectives. This diaspora acts as informal ambassadors, strengthening the country's soft power. The Philippines blends Asian, Spanish, and American influences, making it a natural bridge between East and West. Its adaptability and cultural openness are key assets in today's world. The rise of industries like business process outsourcing showcases the Filipino ability to connect globally. The government's bold diplomacy reflects a society demanding more for itself. A young, educated, and globally aware population is driving the country's new confidence. The Philippines is realizing its potential and the world is taking notice. This internal energy is the foundation of its new strategic weight. July 12, 2016, marked a turning point. The Hague Tribunal delivered a sweeping victory to the Philippines over China's South China Sea claims. The ruling found China's 9-dash line had no legal basis and affirmed the Philippines' rights to its exclusive economic zone. This was a historic legal triumph, a true David versus Goliath moment. The verdict validated the Philippines' principled stand and proved the international legal system could work for smaller nations. Manila gained the moral and legal high ground, transforming from claimant to victor. Globally, the ruling provided a foundation for supporting freedom of navigation and a rules-based order. It put Beijing on the defensive, highlighting its disregard for international law. China's rejection of the ruling only underscored its isolation. The Philippines emerged as a champion of peaceful dispute resolution. The Hague ruling became a powerful story, winning support worldwide. It was more than a legal document, it was a turning point in global perceptions. In the digital age, the Philippines has turned social media into a powerful tool in its South China Sea campaign. Unable to match China's propaganda machine, Filipinos embraced a citizen-led, decentralized approach. Academics, journalists, and ordinary citizens used platforms like X, Facebook, and TikTok to share the #WestPHC narrative. Viral infographics and videos made the legal battle relatable, turning complex issues into stories of injustice and resilience. This digital movement galvanized public opinion at home and generated sympathy abroad. The government amplified these efforts, creating synergy between official diplomacy and grassroots activism. Filipino artists and musicians made the issue accessible and engaging for a new generation. This bottom-up approach is something China's top-down system struggles to counter. The Philippines' digital armada broke China's narrative monopoly. It built a global coalition of support based on facts, law, and human stories. In the information age, a smartphone can be as mighty as a warship. Winning hearts and minds has become as crucial as legal victories. The information war is reshaping the region's power dynamics. The Philippines' foreign policy is a delicate balancing act between the U.S. and China. Historically aligned with the U.S., Manila has had to adapt as China's regional power has grown. The country's prosperity and security depend on maintaining ties with both giants, without becoming a pawn. Recent years have seen a multi-aligned approach, strengthening the U.S. alliance with joint exercises and base access, while not fully alienating China. The U.S. provides a security backstop, giving Manila confidence to stand up to Beijing. At the same time, China remains a vital economic partner. Manila compartmentalizes contesting maritime claims while pursuing economic cooperation. This requires constant communication and clear red lines. Beyond the US and China, the Philippines is diversifying partnerships with Japan, Australia, South Korea, India, and ASEAN. Building a wide network of allies reduces dependence on any single power. This strategy gives the Philippines more options and flexibility. Navigating this complex environment shows the country's growing maturity. The Philippines is no longer just reacting, it's shaping its own path. Its diplomatic agility is now a model for the economic dynamism underpins the Philippines' new assertiveness. The Philippines' future is being shaped by its young generation. With a median age of 25, millennials and Gen Z are driving change in politics, culture, and the economy. Digital natives, they're globally aware and passionate about justice, the environment, and good governance. They use social media to organize, hold leaders accountable, and campaign for reform. The youth vote is now decisive, pushing for transparency and new political movements. In the economy, young Filipinos are driving innovation and entrepreneurship, especially in tech. Their tastes are reshaping the domestic market and fueling a cultural renaissance. Proud of their identity yet open to global influences, they're telling new stories and challenging stereotypes. This cultural confidence is part of the nation's awakening. The energy and idealism of the youth are the Philippines' greatest resource. Their drive ensures the country's rise is sustainable. The future belongs to this generation. The Philippines' ascent is inspiring, but challenges remain. Endemic corruption drains resources and undermines trust. Fighting it requires sustained will and vigilance. Inequality persists, with deep poverty in rural and marginalized communities. Closing the gap is both a moral and economic imperative, demanding investment in education, healthcare, and infrastructure. The country is also disaster-prone, facing typhoons, earthquakes, and climate change. Building resilience requires smarter planning and better infrastructure. Despite these hurdles, the momentum behind the Philippines' rise feels unstoppable. Legal victories, digital awakening, and demographic shifts have forged a new national consciousness. The Philippines has found its voice and confidence. It's shown the world it can shape its own destiny. The path ahead won't be easy, but the direction is set. The world now watches with respect and anticipation. As Admiral Davidson said, the old way of seeing the Philippines is over. A new chapter has begun.